So I went from Tasmania, where it's really slow paced, like I said, really relaxed. Everybody was really nice. And then went straight into Melbourne City, so the CBD. So it's kind of, like Times Square, like right in the middle of the city, right, with all the big buildings and people. And it was so different. It was such a culture shock going there from such a different place. I went from the bush, like I said, I went from the bush to the city, and we were suddenly riding on the train everywhere we went. Melbourne City has the best public transport I've ever seen. Like right in the city, they have trams that go everywhere. They have trains that go to every suburb, everything. So that's what we would use, even though we had a car. We would use that because parking there is like unbelievably expensive. I don't know how people afford to park there. For real, it's so expensive there. And that's one of the places that I met so many people from different cities. We would go out. What we would do in the city was so different to what we would do in Tasmania, because in the city, we never got fed anything. Like, members wouldn't feed us because where we were, it was strictly international students that were at our branch. And so we had people from America, we had people from China, a lot of people from China, lots of Asian cities, countries, and I met people from all over the place on the streets of Melbourne. And one thing that I loved about Melbourne City is the artistic feel of it. Because everywhere in Melbourne, every building, every street, everywhere you would look, it was something artistic about it. Like they have a train station, it's called Flinders Street Station. It's one of the really famous, like if you look at Melbourne, that's what you'll see. It's got clocks just over the doors. It's yellow with green. And then there were buildings that were like twisted. There were buildings with like colors all over it. There were buildings, with murals on it and things like that. And there were so many graffiti walls. And they were meant to be there. Like it wasn't graffiti, it was art. And it's one of the Melbourne's famous things is artistic. And it was voted one of the most livable cities, or the most livable city. It has been for the past 5 years or so. And I feel like it's because it caters to so many different types of people. Like so many photographers live there because it's so beautiful to photograph everywhere in Melbourne. I knew of so many people that started up restaurants and businesses because so many artistic people are foodies. They just want to eat like beautiful artistic food all the time, and then fashion as well. They always had a fashion show going on, and they always had a really big sort of play, some type, like they had Les Mis when I was there, they had Lion King when I was there. Lots of fun, city living type things that make it a really cool place to be. Really cool. It was hard as a missionary because I couldn't, go to the shows. I couldn't go shopping like I wanted to. I couldn't enjoy everything the way that I normally would have, but it was just as rewarding, I think, because I got to meet the people who were behind it all that kind of made it happen. And so it was really interesting meeting so many people that were a part of that really cool, interesting, unique city. It was really cool. It's a great place to go shopping. That's all I have to say. It was really safe there. It really was really safe, really clean, really safe. I never felt in danger there, ever. In the city. There were a few crazy people that, were a little bit scary, but overall, it was a really safe, really, really good, clean city. It was when you got out into the suburbs, it was a little bit scary. But other than that, it was really safe, really great. Everything about it was just wonderful. I would totally live there. If I could, go back and just live there.